Hey guys, it's Jance again. So in today's video, we're going to talk about something that is near and dear to all of our hearts, money. Now, it's not what's most important, right? But it is important. It is why most people start businesses, and it's one of the driving forces in running a business. You want to make money. So, this video isn't me telling you how to make money, by the way, but one of the questions that I get the most are in regards to money, and more specifically, how to decide how much money to start out with when you are starting a business and deciding how much money you're going to spend on your merchandise. So, if that is something that you're struggling with or something that you want to learn more about, please stay tuned. All right, so to begin, the easiest way that I can explain how to decide how much money to spend when you're first starting your business is to tell you that honestly it's a personal decision. Now, I know that sounds like a very vague answer. I will try to dig a little deeper and give you more examples on how you can decide how much money to spend. But please know that no one can tell you how much money is the right amount to start with. It comes down to how much money you're comfortable with saving and then ultimately spending on your merchandise. So to dive a little bit more deeper into that subject, and if you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking at my notes. I had to write it all out for you guys. Basically, budgeting for starting a boutique, it involves balancing your incoming funds and your outgoing expenses. So basically, you're going to save this money to begin, and you're going to spend that money on merchandise, but you also need to be thinking about how much money you want to make back on top of the money that you put into the business. And then after that, you decide how much of that money that you made in revenue you're going to put back into your business, and how much, if any, you're going to save for yourself or put into your savings, or whatever you're going to do with it. So again, it's a personal decision, but it also involves other factors. So the easy way that I like to explain to people, or to help them decide how much money they're going to spend on their merchandise when they're first starting out, is this way. And I'm going to try to put some little notes here in this section here, so hopefully it'll work out. But so I always tell people to first start by deciding how much money you will be comfortable paying for each item. So basically, you go on Fashion Go or whatever the vendor's website is, and you're looking at an item and you see how much it is. Are you comfortable with paying that amount for that style? So for this example, I'm going to choose $10. So I'm going to say that $10 is the amount of money that I would like to spend per item. I don't want to spend more than that. So after you've decided how much money you want to spend per item, then you need to decide on how many styles you want to start out with when you're starting your boutique. So for my example, I'm going to say I want to start with 20 items. Now keep in mind that this means that you're starting with 20 styles. I'm sorry, so not items, styles. You're starting with 20 styles, and within those packs, they're going to be about 6 items. So 6 items per pack times 20 styles is 120 items. All right, so you want to receive 120 items. So next, you need to evaluate how much your inventory will be valued at based on how much you spent on those items and how many items you are going to have in stock. So in this case, we're going to have 120 items. We're going to have 120 items, and we paid $10 each for those items. So that means that our inventory is valued at $1,200. So you've taken the number of items that you have in stock times the amount that you paid for those items, that equals $1,200. So then I tell people next to decide how much money you would like to profit. So this is money beyond the amount that you paid for the merchandise. So for my example, I'm going to say that I would like to make $1,500 profit. So that means that my total revenue, the amount of money that I would make by selling these items, would be a total of $2,700. So that would be my projected revenue if I wanted to make $1,500 worth of profit. So then you need to look and see what so you're going to think about how much you would have to price each item at in order to make that projected profit. So in this case, you're going to take the $2,700 divided by the number of items that you have in stock, which is so you're going to take the projected revenue, $2,700, and you're going to divide it by the number of items. So that's 120 items. So you're going to do $2,700 divided by 120 items, and that's going to give you a total of $22.50. So that would mean that your average item would need to be priced at $22.50 in order for you to make your projected $1,500 of profit. Now, and I know you guys have probably seen my other videos in regards to pricing merchandise, but this is more so for the purposes of if you have not ever received merchandise and you're just starting out, you don't know where to start. So $22.50 would be the amount that you would need to say hi to Caesar. Hi, Caesar. So $22.50 would be the amount that you would need to on average price your items at. Now, please keep in mind that a lot of times, what you think is great, everybody else won't think is great. And it sucks, but it's just the reality of being a business owner. So you need to price your items with it in mind that you're probably going to mark them down. So know that $22.50 is the starting point for how much you would need to price your items at. So in this case, you can choose a percentage that you would like to mark your items up beyond the initial $22.50. I tend to go, in general, when I'm pricing items, I go 0.25, so 25% above what I would like to. This dog is like plant head. Look at him. So I usually go 25% above what my intended profit is. So I hope that all makes sense. I am not a math genius, and I hate being so wordy in these videos, but I hope that's helpful to you. And I'm gonna, again, I hope I was able to put the numbers in the in this little section here. I hope. So okay, so that was just a quick little lesson about how to hopefully easily decide how much money to start off with when you're first opening your boutique. Now, pricing your items could be a lot more, I don't want to say difficult, but you could dig a little bit deeper into those numbers. So you could even break it down into how much you would like to spend per item category. So for instance, you can say I don't want to spend more than $10 on dresses. I don't want to spend more than $15 on denim. I don't want to spend more than $6 on shirts. And then you decide how many styles within each of those categories you would like to purchase. So then you would go back up to the same steps that I gave you before and figure out, how much money you would need to, or, figure out your projected profit, and then figure out how much you would need to price on average those items at. So I like to say that you need to decide how many items you need to sell a day on average to make your weekly or monthly goals. So the average value of each sale, and then it'll give you the projected daily revenue.